Pete begged Death to take him back to age 18. He wanted to change his past. So by the pool in 1984, Death cast a little spell on him. To everyone else, Pete still looked 18. Just then, Cleveland came to invite Pete to tonight's party. An 18-year-old Louise also came to remind Pete. They had agreed to watch a movie together that night, but Pete turned Louise down, reasoning they'd have years together ahead. He turned and followed Cleveland to the bar, dancing passionately with Molly at the party, until Death appeared to take him away. It was time to return to the future. Pete collapsed into bed upon arriving home. Yet when he awoke the next morning, he was stunned to find Molly had become his wife. Brian informed him that not only was his house completely different, but Louise had just walked out of Glenn's house. Peter rushed to confront Louise, but she claimed she had been married to Glenn for years. Just then, Glenn approached and invited Peter to tonight's dinner party. Peter couldn't accept any of this. Brian reminded him that something must have happened on that night in 1984 to alter everyone's fate. That night at Glenn's house, Pete finally found a chance to ask Louise. She recalled that after he'd turned down their date, she'd gone to the movies alone and met Glenn there. That's why he'd proposed to her at the dance later. After piecing it together, Pete rushed back to correct the timeline. The kind Grim Reaper agreed once more, but Pete messed it up again. He had to beg for another chance to change things. When he finally got his wish and Louise to see a movie, he still couldn't resist sneaking off to party at the bar. He tried begging Death for help again, but this time Death refused. Peter had no choice but to apologize to Louise. Louise, however, revealed she was going to the dance with Glenn that night. Brian quickly reminded Peter that it was at this very dance that Louise and Glenn had sealed their love with a kiss. Peter realized he had to stop that crucial kiss. So the two of them sneaked into the dance. Pete found Louise and Glenn dancing together. He rushed forward, knocked Glenn to the ground, then pulled Louise into his arms and kissed her. Afterward, he made a heartfelt confession to Louise. He finally won back her heart and successfully altered the timeline.